Hi guys, welcome to our new channel. I'm Victor Francis. We are launching this for VUCA Africa. I'm part of VUCA Africa. We've got Mr. Becky, the founder and CEO of VUCA Africa Institute, who I know is going to have a world of knowledge that he can impart to us and to the youth and all of them. And obviously this is our aim. But I'm going to hand over to Becky quickly just to introduce the company and its mission and vision of the future. Yeah. Becky, welcome.
Thank you. How are you, Victor?
Very well, and
So, hi, and how are you? It is a pleasure to be with you here and to impart this little bit of knowledge that I hope is going to equip you for life. Remember, the Bible says knowledge is power, and if you don't have knowledge, well, you might have knowledge, but if you are not able to apply it, it is as good as nothing. So knowledge is power when you are able to use it. So to cut this short, my name is Begazela Nyoni from VUCA Africa Institute. VUCA Africa Institute is a company that we have designed, me and my friend here, to equip you. So these are the tools to equip you in life on how to succeed in life. Because for you to succeed in life, you need to know the rules of life. Because essentially, what life is a game, and for you to be able to play this game of life, you need to know the rules of the mind, because everything here is science of the mind. So it's a game of the mind, whatever you do. In other words, what I'm trying to say here, mind is everything and everything is mind. I will refer you to the scripture in the Bible that says a great man is the one who conquers armies, but the greatest of them all is the one who conquers himself. Now, how does a man conquer himself? You know, the fight that we fight is not about the world, but the fight that we fight is inside us. So in other words, the demons are inside us. Once you are able to defeat these demons inside you, then you are able to conquer life in general. Now, VUCA Africa Institute is an institute that is designed to educate you about how a mind works, the science of the mind, consciousness. Now, when we're talking about consciousness, I will give you an example. What's the difference between you and an animal? Basically, when you compare the two between a human being and an animal, there's very minor or there's very little difference. The only difference that we have is the power that God gave us, which is the mind, a perfect gift from God. So a mind is everything and everything is mind, because with the mind you are able to think, to reason, to plan, and to imagine. And that creative power that God gave us that gave us over the animals, give us authority over everything in this world. So for you to be able to conquer in this world, you need to exercise the power of the mind. Failure to wish, you will do nothing. Thank you. Now, hence we've given this whole discussion here, the title that says self-mastery, because we believe we must start off by defining self-mastering. What does self-mastering mean? Self-mastering is when a man is able to define who he is. Now, how do you define who you are? First of all, you need to know that you are a man is spiritually, naturally physical and the mind aspect. Now, for you to be able to live successfully, you must be able to synchronize the three to work in harmony. Hence, you'll have a happy, healthy, and wealthy life, which is what all of us is aspiring. So, guys, I'm gonna hand you to my colleague here, Victor, who will elaborate what we're gonna be doing over a period of time.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Becky. Fantastic intro. I'm very excited. We are very excited to start this channel, and we're going to go through an amazing journey with everybody over the next several weeks. I'm going to list them. We'll go through each just in a little bit of detail, just a summary, and obviously each week we will release a podcast on each one of these. And obviously Becky was talking about self-mastery and the importance of self-mastery. So we've decided to subdivide it into 9 podcasts that we're going to be doing. We'll start off with mindset, as mindset is probably one of the most critical parts to it, because you can't start anything without a correct mindset. Mindset is absolute. I mean, if you don't have the right mindset, you're not going to achieve your goals, So we'll start off with mindset, which is the most important. And that's obviously the mind that we're dealing with there. Further from that, we'll move on to items that are going to look at our body and our health and our physique. And we're going to touch on, and it's going to be a big one, which is sugar, and the effects that sugar has on you, and what nutrition we rather should be taking outside of refined sugars and items that we find at a store that are just packed full of sugar. But we'll get into a lot more detail with that. Further from that, again, with the body, it's going to be training, daily exercise every day, but also with that is going to be the importance of the sun, the importance of meditation, for the body, for the mind, and how all of that interlinks with each other to increase our self-mastery, to be the best person or version of who we are. Further from that, we will then move through to sleep, which is incredibly important. There's been a very neuroscience situation at the moment, but sleep is as important for recovery, especially from training, especially for your mind, for your memory, and for your energy levels and work ethic. Having a regular sleep pattern, it's a game changer, basically. I mean, sleep is so important.
Yes, yeah.
Further from that, we'll get into the benefits of caffeine and the importance of obviously drinking water, and trying to exclude all of the outside things like soft drinks and that, high sugar content drinks that we really don't want to take, but we do enjoy. We'll get into that. That'll be one. Then we're going to move down to paradigms. So paradigms of the mind, shifting your mindset, shifting your focus into something more positive, which is, for me, probably very, very critical. And then obviously once you've shifted your mindset, goal setting is going to be another one that we're going to do, and is very important, because a lot of us, we forget our goals. We have our goals when we're in university or school or something. We need to get this exam done. We want to perform in this sports team or whatever the case is. When we're at school, we've got goals. And as we grow and get into this comfort zone of working every day, a 9 to 5 and all that, we tend to lose our goals, and we kind of plod along and carry on with the rest. And what did our parents say? Get an education, get a job, get married, have kids, and send them to school. There's far more to life than just 4 steps like that. So yes, goal setting is going to become quite important. The other side of it is alcohol is also going to be another one. the detriments of alcohol, the myths of alcohol, and we've all heard it, you know, have a glass of red wine at night and it sorts out your cholesterol, which is an absolute myth. But we'll get into more detail with that. And then finally, we'll move into, which is one of Becky's favorites, which is the 6 mental attributes of a mind.
Yes.
You know, and you can elaborate on that one. That's your favorite, huh?
Yeah, it is, because for me, Victor, a mind is everything, basically.
Yeah.
That's why we're saying next week we will dwell broadly on self-mastery. In other words, we're gonna define what self-mastery is and what we need to do, because as we have said it, for us to compete in the world, first of all, we need to know ourselves.
Yeah.
Because essentially, you cannot find your purpose in life
Yeah.
unless you know who you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now we're gonna be helping you on key aspects of finding yourself and knowing what your purpose is in life. Because once you know your purpose in life, then you will have a successful life, which is what we're all about here, helping each other to achieve a successful life.
100%. And I think the listeners actually want to hear what the 6 mental attributes are. And I know this is obviously one of your favorite topics, so you can elaborate on that.
Yes, like I have said, God gave us a precious gift of life, which is the mind. But for you, you know, mind is basically a thinking device. It's a thinking device, and it makes us separate from an animal. Now, what does the mind do to do all these functions? Because we don't think with our senses, but we think with our mind. So the brain is sort of a switching station of everything that a mind thinks, and it is transferred. Because the brain is just a flesh. So everything that a man does, he is being told by his mind, or being his subconscious mind. We'll do with this. We'll explain exactly what a subconscious mind is and what is conscious mind is. Now, but now I would like to explain a little bit more about the 6 attributes of the mind, which is faculties. I would say 6 faculties of the mind. So, in other words, these are the tools of the mind that we use to fight with in life. In other words, what I'm trying to say here, our mind, especially the conscious mind, it's our workshop, as I would like to put it. Look, we've got a conscious mind and an unconscious mind. A conscious mind is sort of our workshop. It's got all the tools. Now, what is a subconscious mind? A subconscious mind is more like a garden. So you're using these tools to cultivate your garden. Now, how does the mind do that? How does the mind? How is it able to achieve those our goals in life? Okay, we've got 6 mental attributes, which is 1, the will, perception, memory, intuition, reason, and imagination. And all these are broad subjects that we need to be explaining as we go on. Because I cannot just explain them now in one sentence, but we will, like next week, we'll be doing self-mastery. I'm sure we'll be able to explain each and one of them, what they mean, how you can use them to your advantage to defeat, to be a warrior in this war, which is the war of life, the war of consciousnness.
All right, yeah, 100% agreed, Vicky. I think, and this is going to be an incredible journey, you know, going down. So, guys, please join us, like and subscribe if you've enjoyed what you've seen. And yeah, let's get to this, and we hope to see you guys and many more, you know, in the next several weeks. This is going to be a good one. Thanks, guys. Cheers.